Here are the best film references in The Simpsons. Bart sees Ned burying something in his backyard, and he thinks he killed his wife. Bart of Darkness opens with Bart and Lisa asking Homer for a pool.
Understand that your refusal would result in months and months of... Do we have a pool, Dad?
That's some good manipulation tactic.
Let us celebrate our new arrangement with the adding of chocolate to milk.
At least they're all being reasonable. The kids get their pool and they become the most popular ones in Springfield, since they're the only ones who have a pool. But the fun ended for Bart when everyone cheered on him to jump into the pool from his treehouse.
Hey, Bart, your epidermis is showing!
It is?
Why did he get so upset when he doesn't even know what epidermis is? Bart tripped and fell onto the ground and broke his leg.
I'm sorry, that leg's gonna have to come off. Did I say leg?
I am not confident in his skills as a doctor. Bart realizes that he's gonna spend the whole summer in the cast.
Don't worry, boy. When you get a job like me, you'll miss every summer.
Now that's just sad. So now Bart's spending his days watching other kids enjoy his pool, and he gets really moody and locks himself in his room all day long. Marge notices that Bart is spending a lot of time alone in his room, and she tells Lisa that maybe they should spend more time with him. Lisa went to talk to Bart, and Marge was right. He has become isolated and weird.
Bart, don't turn on that light! Sorry, I just came to see how you were feeling.
Bart says he's fine, and Lisa sees that he's been writing a play. Have they switched places or something? Bart asks Lisa how did she like being Little Miss Popular, and Lisa says that it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to her. Lisa gives him a telescope she won at the Optics Festival.
It was an optics festival and I wasn't informed. You go now.
But go!
He really has become a nerd and a loner. Bart starts using the telescope, but since the universe is boring to him, he starts looking into other people's windows.
Grace, come here. There's a sinister-looking kid I want you to see.
Oh.
And there it is. The Rear Window homage. Short but sweet. But as Bart was putting down the telescope, he heard a scream coming from the Flanders house.
Oh my God, what have I done? I've killed her!
Can't be what it looks like.
Bart lets this go and he goes to take a nap. But when he wakes up, he hears some weird noises coming from Ned's backyard. He sees Ned burying something, but he still won't believe that Ned hurt someone, and he says that there must be some other explanation.
I'm a murderer! I'm a murderer!
Ned, you're making this really hard. Bart says that maybe that's not the real Ned.
I'm a murdiddly-erdler!
If that's not Flanders, he's done his homework.
Bart, I'm sorry, but I guess your neighbor is a murderer. Then Rod and Todd come and ask Ned where's their mom, and Ned says,
Mommy had to go away. She's with God now.
Yay! Can we go there too?
Soon enough.
so he's planning to kill his kids, too. Bart told everyone what happened, but no one believed him. So he convinced Lisa to sneak into Ned's house and find some evidence. While Lisa was sneaking around Ned's house, Bart saw that he came back, but he couldn't let Lisa know. He sees that Ned's carrying an axe, and he realizes that he must go there to save her, cast or no cast.
Gotta save Lisa. Trash can or no trash can.
Now that's a side of Bart we don't see every day.
Oh, no! That sinister-looking kid is coming to kill me!
I mean, he does look insane with those eye bags and with that look in his eyes. Lisa hears that Flanders is back, so she runs to the attic, but he follows her.
It's time to put you away.
Bart and Lisa start screaming, and Ned asks them what are they doing in his house. Bart says that he's there to stop him from murdering Lisa.
Like you murdered your wife.
Murdered?
Ned's kids might not be giving him any trouble, but the Simpsons spawn of Satan sure are. But it turns out Maude is alive and well. She's just been in the country for a week. Bart says he heard him say that Maude was with God.
That's right. I was at Bible camp. I was learning how to be more judgmental.
More judgmental? Bart says that he saw the murder and Ned burying the body in the backyard. Ned caves and says,
I overwatered Maud's favorite ficus plant. I panicked and then I buried the remains.
oh, he's such a wuss sometimes. But then who screamed?
Found it, Chief.
Well, I guess that explains everything. Marge becomes friends with her neighbor, and they end up running from the police in a stolen car. Marge on the Lam opens with Marge asking Homer to go to ballet with her, and he says yes, because I guess he didn't really know what ballet was.
Marjorie, please! I enjoy all the meats of our cultural stew. Ah, ballet.
Yeah, that's gonna be a revelation for him. At that moment, their neighbor Ruth shows up and asks for a power sander she could borrow. The next day, Homer realized what ballet was, and he wasn't really happy about going. When he went to work, he got his hand stuck in a vending machine, and he called Marge.
I'm trapped inside 2 vending machines.
Sure, Homer. Trapped in vending machines.
Well, he said it was hard to believe. Ruth came by to bring back the sander she borrowed, and she thanked Marge.
When my husband left, he took all our power tools, along with the car, my youth, my faith in mankind.
That's rough. Marge asked her if she wanted to join her for the ballet, and they went together. When the ballet was over, Marge went to go home.
Right, we better turn in. Oh, you were serious.
Ruth, you got a lot to learn about Marge. Meanwhile, Homer was still stuck at work, and a guy told him they're gonna have to saw his arms off.
They'll grow back, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's no way he's that dumb.
Homer, are you just holding on to the can?
Your point being?
Yeah, I guess he is that dumb. Ruth and Marge were sitting at a restaurant, and Ruth told Marge she envies her and Homer.
Thank you. Why?
Valid question. Ruth said that if Marge knew her ex-husband, she'd understand.
All he ever did was eat, sleep, and drink beer.
Your point being?
The fact that that isn't normal? That night, when Marge came home, she told Homer that even though she's disappointed in him, she had a wonderful time with Ruth. And they're going out tomorrow night again.
Marge, that's twice. I think you're spending entirely too much time with this woman.
And how many nights a week do you go to Moe's? The next day, Ruth came to pick Marge up, and Homer really didn't like it.
How can you desert your children?
Have a blast, Mom.
Rock the Casbah.
Man's best friend indeed.
Homer, that's a dog. Ruth took Marge to the club, and afterwards,
You're not going to hunt me for sport, are you?
Oh, relax, Marge. I'd never turn a gun on a human being.
Ruth gave Marge a gun and told her to try it out.
Just breathe slowly and squeeze the...
Marge hit the cans, but
My cans! My precious antique cans!
Marge is really showing her wild spirits. Then Marge took Ruth to the Springfield sign, and they see smoke coming from Marge's house, so they decided to call it a night. But as they were leaving, Homer came to the sign, but he realized being there isn't as fun without Marge. He ran into Chief Wiggum, who offered him a ride home. As they were driving, Chief Wiggum noticed that the car in front of them had faulty taillights, so he decided to pull them over.
I think they want us to stop.
Bad chance. This car's stolen.
Oh, now that's unfortunate. Chief Wiggum sees that the car in front of him doesn't intend to stop, so he alerts other policemen that he's in a car chase. Ruth told Marge that when her ex was behind on child support, she stole his car to even things up. Marge tells her she could have just reported him to the police.
Marge, you're the level-headed friend I never had.
Too bad she came into her life after she stole the car. Meanwhile, Chief Wiggum is describing them, and Homer realizes something.
What a freak! Ah! It's Marge!
Well, she's not the only blue-haired person in town. Homer says that she has become a crazed criminal.
Just because I didn't take her to the ballet.
That's exactly how Dillinger got started.
Homer, hate to break it to you, but not everything Marge does revolves around you. Ruth tells Marge she'll drop her off at the first gas station, and when Marge walked in, she realized something.
It's amazing how through all this adversity we managed to stick together.
Marge says that decent folk stick together. Marge, you know what you need to do. Marge told Ruth she won't leave her, so they continue driving away, Thelma and Louise style. The information about the car chase hits the news, and Ken Brockman says that these women need to be dealt with in a harsh and brutal fashion because...
Incite other women leading to anarchy of biblical proportions. It's in Revelations, people!
Someone's got mommy issues. Ruth was optimistic up until she saw every policeman in Springfield in front of her, and she said she gives up.
A single mother can't win in a man's world.
Ruth, that's a lot of hooey. It's not over until it's over.
Oh, didn't expect that from Marge. But they didn't know they were headed towards a cliff.
They're gonna drive right into it just to teach us men a lesson! And it's all my fault!
Again with the self-centeredness. Homer takes a megaphone and starts calling out Marge. He tells her he's sorry for everything he's done in their marriage, and he begs her not to drive off the cliff.
I am lucky to have him.
But please, Marge! Don't drive into that chasm!
Chasm?
That's all he needed to hear, and everything was dealt with in proper fashion.
Marge Simpson was charged with wanton destruction of precious antique cans.
Those damn cans. While this whole episode could be considered a reference, the next one just plays a small part. Selma marries Troy McClure and then finds out their marriage is just a publicity stunt. A fish called Selma opens with Chief Wiggum pulling Troy McClure over and taking his license. He told him he needs to be wearing glasses while driving, but Troy said,
"You wouldn't ask a handsome man like me to wear glasses. It'd be a crime against nature."
Well, he does look like a nerd. Chief Wiggum told him to go to the DMV and try to pass the eye test. The next day, Troy went to the DMV, and he met Selma there.
Hello, beautiful.
He really needs those glasses. He tries to get Selma to pass him, and he'll repay her by buying her a nice dinner.
That took a lot of class.
And a lot of disregard for human life. Troy McClure takes Selma out to dinner, and they have a time. Can't say it was nice. After dinner was over, some paparazzi took pictures of them together, and Troy decided to use the situation to his full advantage. The next day, everybody saw a picture of him and Selma and forgot all about his scandal.
Maybe those rumors about his fish fetish weren't true after all.
This changes everything.
People now wanted to see him in movies as well, and some other people thought so too. Troy got a call from his agent, and he said he could find him some good work if he keeps up this wholesome act. So Troy takes Selma out again, and he proposes to her. They move in together, and Troy gets his first new role.
Ever hear of Planet of the Apes?
The movie or the planet?
The planet? You mean like the planet in the movie, I hope. His agent tells him that it's a brand new multi-million-dollar musical, and he will be starring in it. The family goes to see the screening, and well, it's something.
Get your paws off me, you dirty ape!
He can talk.
After that dreadful musical was over, Troy took the opportunity to thank Selma in front of the whole theater.
Take a bow, Sugar Beet!
Down in front!
Afterwards, Homer and Troy went to Moe's and they got drunk. Homer asked him what's a great guy like him doing marrying
A guy like Selma.
Come here, Homer.
Okay.
I'll let you in on a little secret.
And the secret is out. But will Homer do anything about it? The answer is no. Troy and Selma get married, and that night in bed, Homer tells Marge what he heard from Troy the night before at Moe's.
Apparently he doesn't really love Selma, and the marriage is just a sham to help his career.
This shocks Marge to the core, but Homer doesn't seem to find any problem in it.
Marge, could you close your eyes? I'm trying to sleep.
Marge tells Selma what she knows, but Selma doesn't let Marge know she believes her. She goes to speak to Troy, and she asks him if the marriage is a sham.
Sure, baby. Is that a problema?
I hate him more and more by the second. Troy asks Selma if she has everything she's ever wanted. Money, security, a big house, and she had to confess. But she also had to ask him a question.
Are you gay?
Gay? I wish. If I were gay, there'd be no problem.
I really don't know what kind of a sick mind he has. Troy told her that sure, she'll be a sham wife, but
you'll be the envy of every other sham wife in town.
How romantic. Selma agrees to this arrangement. But soon it was taken even further, and Troy McClure's agent told him it'd be smart if he and Selma had a baby. His agent wanted to get him a part in the new McBain movie, but
You gotta pour it on. You and a wife have gotta have a baby.
A baby, eh? What do I do?
You mean you don't know how to make a baby? Troy talks to Selma about this, and even though she doesn't agree, she realizes this might be her last chance to be a mom.
Cigarette, Mrs. McClure?
You bet. From now on, she's smoking for two.
That's really not how things should go. That night, the two of them try to make a baby, but
I'm sorry, this whole concept's foreign to me. Who knew a baby would be so much work?
Parents? Responsible adults. Selma tells Troy that this shouldn't be work, and it's supposed to be an expression of feelings they have for each other. Selma says that a loveless marriage is one thing.
We're not hurting anybody. But bringing a child into a loveless family is something I just can't do.
Good for Selma for being the responsible one.
Goodbye, Troy. I'll always remember you, but not from your films.
I think that's what stung him the most. This reference might have been subtle, but the next one is really in your face. You won't be able to miss it. Marge starts protesting against Itchy and Scratchy cartoons after Maggie brutally attacked Homer. Itchy and Scratchy and Marge starts with Homer wanting to build Marge a spice rack, and he goes down to the basement to get started on it. But while he was doing so, he didn't notice that Maggie had followed him down there, and when she got the chance, she hit him over the head with a big mallet. She's the real psycho of the family. Homer fell down and he took a can of paint with him. Now this episode looks like a scene from a horror movie. Marge doesn't understand how a baby can hold so much violence against her father. But then she sees the Itchy and Scratchy cartoon the kids were watching, and everything becomes crystal clear for her. Not only that, but Marge started coming towards Homer with a sharp pencil, just waiting to stab him.
No, Maggie, bad baby!
Keep her away from me, Marge. She's got that crazy look in her eyes again.
Like I said, she's the real psycho of the family, not Bart. Marge turns the TV off and she forbids Bart and Lisa from watching it. But Marge continues watching the cartoons and jotting down all the violence in them. She decides to write a letter to the owner of Itchy and Scratchy, telling him what a bad influence the cartoons are on young, impressionable viewers. The owner read the letter and he wrote Marge back.
So let me close by saying...
And the horse I rode in on!
Well, that was uncalled for. Marge won't back off, especially not now. So she starts protesting in front of the Itchy and Scratchy company. Soon, the whole town joins her in her cause and the protest grows bigger. But Itchy and Scratchy punch back. Literally. One of the artists working on the show saw Marge and drew her as one of the characters for the latest episode.
Don't do that! Hey! Don't do that!
Take that, you dumb squirrel!
Yeah, he just doesn't see it, does he? Marge got a call from Smartline and she went on their show to discuss the issue of violent cartoons. She was debating against the owner, Roger Myers, and Dr. Marvin Monroe. But they wouldn't let Marge speak and they made her viewpoint seem dumb. But in the last 10 seconds, Marge urged all concerned parents to write in and let the cartoon makers know how they feel. And boy oh boy did they write in.
I will never watch your show, buy any of your products, or break if I see you crossing the street.
Wow, that's cold. The next day, while Roger Meyer was working on the cartoon, he called Marge to ask her how to resolve a certain scene on the show.
But then we remembered that this might be interpreted as violence, which is morally wrong now, thanks to you.
You really don't want Marge's input on this. Marge suggested that they could share a pie.
It's different, I'll give you that.
And the engagement was different as well. The kids didn't like it, so they started playing outside. I know. Shocker. But since they didn't watch cartoons, they became well-behaved. And Homer couldn't believe how much they changed.
The parents of Springfield owe it all to you.
I didn't really expect things to change this much.
Why does he sound sad about it? But you can't have a day without scandal in Springfield. So when the news about Michelangelo's David coming to Springfield got to the judgy ears of Helen Lovejoy and Maud Flanders, they wanted to protest against it, and they wanted Marge to join them.
It's a masterpiece.
It's filth. It graphically portrays parts of the human body, which, practical as they may be, are evil.
And how exactly are they evil? Marge said she liked the statue, and she didn't want to protest against it. On the contrary, she thought everyone should see it.
I told you she was soft on full frontal nudity.
It's not nudity, but okay. Marge was invited on Smartline again, and she said she isn't against the statue. But that raised another question.
How can you be for one form of freedom of expression like our big naked friend over there and be against another form?
Marge said that was a good question, and she realizes she cannot do that.
One person can make a difference, but most of the time they probably shouldn't.
Well, that's both depressive and oppressive. But from one cult classic, we go to another. Mr. Burns longs for his childhood teddy. But then it gets to the hands of none other than Maggie Simpson. Rosebud opens with Mr. Burns having a dream about his past when he was a little boy. He was happily playing with his bear toy when his mom and dad walked up to him, and his dad asked him if he'd like to continue living with them, or...
Would you rather live with this twisted, loveless billionaire? Let's roll!
Wow, he was money hungry even then. But he left behind his teddy bear, and he's been dreaming about him ever since.
Who's Bobo, sir?
Bobo? I meant Lobo. Smithers informs Mr. Burns that his birthday preparations have begun, and on another side of town, Homer was also having a nightmare.
Lobo!
Ah! What, homie?
Oh no! Burns' birthday!
Mr. Burns holds his birthday party, and, well, it went down in history as the worst party ever. Smithers tried cheering him up by telling him that he owned so many great and rare things, but Mr. Burns didn't care for it.
You want your bear, Bobo, don't you?
Liar! I'll give you the thrashing of a lifetime!
That's just sad. Eventually, Mr. Burns gives up and confesses to Smithers that he wants his bear back. But he doesn't know where it is. But he'd like to know what happened to it. But then we see what kind of fate found Mr. Burns' dear Bobo. He was picked up by a soldier, then found by Hitler. Then he wound up in an ice cap and eventually at the Quickie Mart.
You've got to start selling this for more than $1 a bag. We lost 4 more men on this expedition.
Why don't you just freeze water in a thing called a freezer? Bart went to get some ice and he picked up the bag with Bobo in it. He took it home, but since it smelled awful, he gave it to Maggie. Mr. Burns ordered Smithers to find his bear, so he took it to the news.
It could be in your house. You could be looking at it right now.
How does he not get it? Later that day, Maggie was playing with the bear and Homer tripped and fell down the stairs. But then he noticed something.
How long have we had these fish? Wait, the bear. Burns' bear.
The family gathered and started thinking about what they can do with the bear and how they can get the most money out of Mr. Burns for it.
And then we'll make him double it.
Huh?
Well, why can't I be greedy?
Sure you can. Just nobody expected that Homer took the bear to Mr. Burns, and Mr. Burns said he can't offer him any reward because he's strapped for cash.
As you can see, this old place is falling apart.
Yeah, right. Homer said that there's no deal until Mr. Burns gives him a reward. A few days later, Mr. Burns came by and Homer asked for $1 million plus 3 Hawaiian islands. And Mr. Burns agreed.
Here you go. It seems to be stuck. Bad baby.
Poor girl. Buy her a non-moldy bear, please. Maggie won't let go of the bear, and Homer had to make a decision.
Here you go, Maggie. The deal's off, Mr. Burns. The bear stays here.
Mr. Burns tried to get Bobo back by breaking into Homer's house 2 times, and both times he failed miserably, so he resorted to something different, torture.
No! No! After lunch, can I whip you?
Nope.
Oh, no fair. Ow!
That's a bit extreme, don't you think? But when that didn't work either, Mr. Burns took over all TV channels and he told Homer he won't be able to watch any of his favorite shows until he gives in.
You can live without television as long as you have beer?
That's right.
Wrong.
Mr. Burns said he had diverted all beer trucks heading towards Springfield, and everyone will know that if they have a problem with this, they can talk to Homer Simpson.
Homer, give him what he wants. Oh, Barney, leave me alone.
That was quick. Soon, everyone gathered in front of Homer's house, but he wouldn't give up Maggie's bear. So they went in and took it for themselves. But then they saw Maggie crying.
What have we become?
We've given the word mob a bad name.
They gave the bear back to Maggie, so Burns had no choice but to...
Please, please.
Homer said that it's not his bear to give, but it's Maggie's.
Okay, Maggie. You win, but I want you to do something for me. Hang on to that bear.
But Maggie is not without a heart, and she gave Bobo back to Mr. Burns, who said he'll never let go of it again.
But I can't help but wonder what the future holds for you.
And then we see Bobo in the far, far future, abandoned again.
Bobo, I know I say this every century, but I'll never leave you behind again.
Now, I don't know how you can't like this Citizen Kane-inspired episode, but if you didn't, you will surely appreciate the next one. Bart starts working for Fat Tony and gets accused of murder. Bart the murderer starts with Bart having a great morning, but it ultimately ended in him being late for the school bus, having to skate to school in the rain, and worst of all, forgetting his permission slip for a field trip.
Don't worry, Bart. We'll find something fun for you to do.
Skinner and fun. I don't think so. Skinner gave Bart a whole box of unsealed envelopes for him to lick. Skinner told him to make a game out of it.
Well, for example, you could see how many you can lick in an hour, and then try to break that record.
Bart says it's a pretty crappy game, but you gotta do it nonetheless. After hours of licking envelopes, Skinner let Bart go home. And of course, as soon as he stepped out, it started raining again. A wheel fell off from Bart's skate, and he fell down some stairs.
What next? Uh-oh.
As if the day couldn't get any worse. Fat Tony and his crew took Bart inside and questioned him, but Bart's spunky spirit made them like him.
Yeah, I like this kid. I can't believe we were gonna shoot him.
They were seriously gonna shoot a kid? They let Bart mix them up some drinks and they give him a job. When Marge heard about this, she didn't like it because it seemed sketchy, and even more so, because she started finding big bucks in Bart's pockets.
I was looking for those. Thanks, doll.
One day, Chief Wiggum came to Fat Tony's bar, and he asked Fat Tony about a cigarette truck that was hijacked. Tony said he didn't know anything about it, and he bribed the chief with one of Bart's cocktails. The next day, Homer saw that Bart's room was filled with cigarettes.
Bart! Have you started smoking?
No.
Don't lie to me, boy.
I mean, no just doesn't cut it in this situation. Bart said that his boss told him his warehouse was full.
I'm going to stand here and watch you smoke every one of those cigarettes.
Homer says that maybe then Bart will learn. Learn what exactly? Then a man came in and said that Fat Tony sent him to pick up the goods.
You look good with that cigarette. Kinda sophisticated.
Son, I'll never doubt you again.
Doesn't it concern anyone why Bart's boss stuffed such a big shipment of cigarettes into a 10-year-old boy's room? Later, as Homer, Bart, and Lisa were watching TV, they saw Chief Wiggum telling everyone that they suspect that Fat Tony had something to do with hijacking a truckload of cigarettes.
Bart, is your boss a crook? I don't think so. Although it would explain an awful lot.
I don't know how nobody picked up on that so far. The next time Bart saw Fat Tony, he asked him about it, and Fat Tony asked Bart if it was wrong to steal a loaf of bread to feed your starving family, and Bart said no.
And what if your family don't like bread? They like cigarettes.
I guess that's okay.
I mean, to each their own, I guess. Fat Tony then said, what if, instead of giving it away,
you sold them at a price that was practically giving them away? Would that be a crime?
he's gonna be a fine crook someday. Marge made Homer go and check out Fat Tony to see who is Bart working for exactly. But after a few drinks and some poker, Homer decided he's completely fine with Bart working for Fat Tony.
If you need a hat check, girl, I've got a daughter.
Homer, you're a hell of a father.
That's one way to look at it. But Bart got too cocky and he tried bribing Skinner. So he gave him detention and Bart was late for work, which resulted in Fat Tony getting the kiss of death. When Bart came, Tony confronted him about being late.
Principal Skinner keeps me after school.
This guy Skinner causing you trouble?
Oh, Bart, you just signed off on a death warrant. Fat Tony and his crew paid Skinner a visit. And the next day, Mrs. Crabapple told her class that Skinner is missing. Bart started having nightmares about killing Skinner, and he had to ask Fat Tony straight up.
Did you kill my principal?
Chinese guy with a mustache?
No, my principal!
They say they didn't kill him. Well, that's a relief, but only for a moment. Chief Wiggum barged in and accused Fat Tony of the murder of Principal Skinner.
You're all under arrest for the murder of Seymour Skinner.
I guess everybody's going down. But what Bart didn't know is that everybody would turn on him and the whole operation fell on his back.
Thank God we live in a country so hysterical over crime that a 10-year-old child can be tried as an adult.
I guess not much has changed.
Forgive me, Don Bartholomew.
We tried to stop the kid, but he wouldn't quit.
Oh, they're good. And just as the judge was about to convict Bart, Principal Skinner showed up. He said that a week ago, Fat Tony paid him a visit, but he threw him out. When he went home, he decided to bundle his old newspaper, but then the whole bunch fell on him. He was stuck there for days until he managed to get out. The judge let everyone go, as if nothing ever happened.
I hope there are no hard feelings.
Get banned.
I deserve that.
Fat Tony said that he still thinks Bart has a great future in racketeering and extortion.
I used to think your gang was cool, but now I learned that crime doesn't pay.
Yeah, you're right.
But if you didn't like this Goodfellas episode, you may find the other Fat Tony reference a bit more comedic. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite movie reference in The Simpsons.